everybody! Mrs. Field, Mrs. Kurt, Mrs. Rayberger here. We're here to share with you our new reading challenge for quarter 3. Woo! So in case you haven't noticed, we have something outside of our rooms between room 239 and 241. It's a bunch of construction paper, and there's nothing on there yet except for a couple of labels. So we want you to add to that throughout the year, the next quarter.
This is all part of our fun reading challenge. We're doing it just to have more fun with reading, and so that we all start challenging ourselves a little bit more to try something different and share what we're reading with everyone else.
And then celebrate when we try something different, and then we'll be able to see what everybody's reading as well, so we get even more new titles. Yeah. So we're going to share some of the categories with you so that we can describe it all at once and not have to make it too long for you.
Okay. I'll start. One of the categories is read a book that has a challenging style. This would be different depending on you, the reader. For me, a graphic novel would be a challenging style. The pages are just very busy for me and there's a lot going on. I haven't read many graphic novels, so that would be a challenging style for me. You need to think about what might be challenging for you.
I've got one. It's multiple narrators. It's a book that's told from many different perspectives, or it could be even just be two perspectives. Each chapter probably puts another narrator's point of view in front of you, so you get to see what's going on with different perspectives.
This challenge would be multiple timelines, and with multiple timelines you could have a character in there that is talking about what's going on in the present tense in this story, and then it could have flashbacks where they're involved in their lives at different ages in their life, and you could have multiple characters going back and forth telling different parts of their story's life.
Okay. This one is book in a day, which is pretty self-explanatory. Find a good book that you just can't put down, that you finish it in one day.
Can it go from like Tuesday at 3 o'clock to Wednesday at 3 o'clock?
Good.
Like 24 hours?
Sure, why not?
I guess it depends on you. A book none of my teachers have read. This one's exciting because you're going to have to go around to the teachers and say, hey, have you read this? Have you read this? Have you read this? And once you get a yes, you can't put it on this one. But this one's just to challenge us as well, to get us to read more as well.
How about a book in a week? So find a book. Maybe you would start it on Monday, and then you would finish it by Sunday night.
Next up, we have a new genre. This is just encouraging you maybe to step out of what you're normally reading. Finally read that book that a friend recommended that just wasn't the genre you typically read, but now's the time to give it a chance.
For me, it would be mystery. I'm so bad at that. An unfamiliar culture. This is something that is not something that you know about. Maybe it's from a different land or even just a different religion, something like that, something that you're really not familiar with. And that would also be breaking out of your box, or maybe a challenging book. It could be a couple different things. Maybe we should stop right there and explain that. If you have a book that's an unfamiliar culture and it's a challenge for you and you finish it in a day, you can only pick one of these challenges to write your name and the book number, the book title on there. You pick the one, I guess, that was hardest for you to do, maybe, because then you've got that one checked off the list. Did I do that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Find a book and read 50 pages in one evening. Think about how dreary it might be outside with this winter weather that we have, and cozy up on your bed. Find a place somewhere in your house and put some pillows together and just sit down and read. Maybe read by flashlight.
I'm ready to go read it. Let's do it. This one is a long book. So we're going to set the minimum for that one at 300 pages. For some of you, that might not seem so long. And for others, that might seem like quite a challenge. Yes. But that one's out there for you.
500-page week, again, another counting one, another one where it's a big, long stretch. But it doesn't have to be one book. So let's say you've got 2 or 3 different books that you want to enjoy, and you just happen to have time during the week to read them all, and they add up to over 500 pages. Put your name on there and put all 3 books on that list.
Book in a weekend. If you're not a reader, maybe find a book that could be more of like a graphic novel that would help you finish it in time. Maybe it's a book where it's more of like the poetry style with the stanzas. Or if you are an avid reader, find a book that is an appropriate length and get it done in that weekend, right after school to Sunday night.
The last one I have for you is an uninterrupted hour. You could kind of go along with Mrs. Rayberger's suggestions from earlier and find a nice cozy spot at home and just sit and read for an hour.
Sneaky reader. This one's in lowercase letters because it's sneaky. Now this isn't the sneaky reader that we see in homeroom or in math class. This is the sneaky reader that we see at the orthodontist's office or in line at the store or in the car. You're getting it done at a time when you normally wouldn't get it done. You're finding time in your busy life to read. That's sneaky reader. Before we wrap up here, let me show you where the materials are. Come with us, everybody.
We have one more to introduce.
One more,
Oh,
can't forget.
oops.
We have set the challenge to read 100 pages in a week. You can do this.
We can do that.
Yes.
Okay. So over here is the stool. Down here. Where is it? Down here. You can bring outside with you. Just if you're coming into Mrs. Kerr's classroom, don't interrupt, please. Don't distract us. And here are the challenges up on the wall. So what you'll do is you'll grab a stool. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
I can't find the stool. There it is. You'll grab the stool. I can't find this. I know. And you'll put it down. And you'll stand on it. And then you'll write your name up on the wall. And then you'll put the book title as well. And we underline book titles. And then you can put the stool back. And that's it.
I'll let you know if I got it.
Mrs. Kerr,
Yeah.
let them know that we'll have the list of the different 15 challenges posted in our classroom.
Oh, we have the list right here. We will have this list posted in our classroom so you can see what they are. And we're going to now...
Oh, you.
Wrap it up.
Hello again. Just get out there and start reading and turn and tell your neighbor right now which challenge you think you would like to accept first.
Thank you for watching. We're going to do this the same. Go ahead and share your ideas.